Good morning to all of you. In the last session, I told you the first two chapters of draft rules of criminal practice. You may be knowing while disposing the WPA number 400 by 2006, Supreme Court came across so many deficiencies, irregularities, both on the part of the police and also on the part of magistrate or judiciary, and therefore they wanted to provide a uniform draft rules. So with the help of MEC Curie, Siddharth Luthra and others, they have formed the same. I have explained you part 1 and part 2, chapter 1 and 2. Today we are exclusively dealing with the chapter 3, that is trial. So trial is normally taken up by the judiciary, the magistrate and judges. So yesterday we discussed about the framing of charges. Then regular trial starts. So regular trial means first of all, normally the recording of evidence. Point number 1, the procedure for recording evidence. So normally the evidence should be recorded in the English language because even according to 138 of the CPC, the language of the court is English. So you can record the same in English as well as the local language also. If the witness desires, it has to be recorded in the local language, preferably with the help of a computer assistant. It can be typed or it can be computerized, right? Then the next point, important point, a copy of the same has to be supplied, number 1, to the accused or his advocate. Number 2, to the witness, yes, and number 3, to the public prosecutor. Normally, hitherto the practice was, if you want a copy, you have to file a copy application. Then only it will be granted. It may have taken some more time. Of course, I have seen in Guntur bar, the judge, at the time, Sri Gauss Basha, he was the district judge. He has clearly given instructions that once it is computerized, then copy should be given immediately to PP, witness, and also to the concerned advocate of the accused. So this is an important issue. Then the presiding officer should not record evidence simultaneously in 2 cases at any point of time. Of course, normally it will not be done, but there might have been some occasions where the judges were recording the statements, one side in one case, other side in another case. Multi-talented process may be there, but here it's not advisable, clearly not necessary, right? Then the deposition shall be divided into 2 paragraphs. The first paragraph regarding introduction, how he knows, so it is in the question and answer shape. Then the second, and he has to be noted as if he is a prosecution witness, PW1, defense witness, DW1. If he is a court witness, CW1, like that, they have to be named and it has to be mentioned. Then likewise, the memo marking of the documents and also the material objects also. So the exhibit number should be done. Suppose if you file a PM certificate, the exhibit number should be exhibit P1 like that, and it has to be tagged to the person who marked the same. That means doctor, PW14, like that. So it has to show the witness number to easily locate the witness, because who has filed this material object or who has filed this document, it will be easily known if it is a tag to that person. That should be done, right? Then suppose subsequently if you want to refer to the accused or witness, then you can mention the name or not name. You can mention the number A1, A3, PW1, PW4, PW5 only. So by their ranks in the array of accused, A1, A2, like that. But suppose there are such witnesses who are not examined. In such a case, definitely their name, they have to be mentioned. Names can be noted if they are not examined. Next point, as regards 161 and 164 statements. Normally, you may know the 164 statements are only for not for corroboration. They are for conviction and omission. So the contradiction portions and omission portions should be clearly marked and they have to be noted in it. So for this purpose, a leverage has been given to the judges. So the presiding officer shall indicate the opening and closing words of the so-called contradiction or omission. Right? Even 164 also like that. Then what about the statements recorded under 27 Evidence Act? So you may be knowing, even according to Section 8 or arrest motive, preparation, other things, or even 27, that is evidence or confession given before a mediator or panchayatdars, which leads to the recovery of certain documents. So normally police will say, they will, for the purpose of investigation, they will write all things. On so and so days he has been arrested. When examined, he has narrated the entire story, and he stated that if the police follows me, I will show the place where I have hidden the so-called material object. So relevant part is only that one. If you come with me, I will show so and so. So that has to be marked specifically. That has to be extracted. That has to be noted, right? So on a separate sheet, it has to be noted on a separate sheet, and it has given the exhibit number. Of course, same initial, starting and ending words, and you have to give the exhibit number. So this is all during the trial. Exhibit should be marked, MOs should be marked, witnesses have to be numbered as PW1, DW1, all these things. So this is important part. This is chapter 3. Tomorrow we'll discuss some other chapter. Okay, thank you.